considering taking these off and using those for the show, but they're not charged up enough, and I don't want to run the risk of them dying during it. So I'm probably going to listen to me a couple songs with them just to see how they work. But nah, super excited for those. Yeah, Cup came out stupid fire.
All right, we live.
Stupid
And
hot
when you
fire.
be drinking out of it, like when you turn it around, it's gonna be in the camera, like
yeah,
literally, like look, the guy inside.
I got to flip it though. It's gonna have to be like that.
That's a smooth little cup.
This is a smooth little
and
cup.
And it's like nice for like the price.
No, this is super nice for the price. That's tough. That was a good gift. Very thoughtful.
I was trying to decide which one to use, but I felt like for the purposes of merch,
I gotta go pee. I'm about to go take a piss and I'll be ready.
All right. Oh, we live already, so I just wait. Yeah. We're about to get into it. Let me get close to the microphone. I'm tripping. Again, because there ain't no camera here. The microphone is still over here. Oh, shit, man. We got some hypocritical actions taking place this week. You know what I'm saying? Hypocritical actions. We're going to get into it in a minute. Let's see. Yeah, we about to get into it. While we getting into it, adamandeve.com, promo code RRPOD. Go over there, get you some items from the website. Everything, well, almost everything, 50% off when you use the promo code. A free lovers kit, 6 free adult movies. Valentine's Day is tomorrow. Now, if you waited this long, you've messed up. But at least you might be able to make it up on the weekend if you place that order right now. AdamEve.com, promo code RRPOD. Get on it. Let's see. Let's see, man. It's about to get real out here. This be.
Hey. Now, don't get me wrong, bro. This album was mid as fuck, but I ain't gonna tolerate too much of this fucking Kanye slander. Let's get into it, bro. To kick it off, Brandon Marshall says that Taylor Swift got Kanye removed from the Super Bowl. Now, I can't really vouch so much for this because, you know, I haven't heard too many people say much about it. But I do have the video from Brandon Marshall. Before we get into that video, just elaborate on some of your thoughts about this.
About him getting kicked from the Super Bowl?
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly? Look.
Yeah, allegedly. Because in the shit, right? And we gonna get into this in the video. Brandon Marshall says that he sat like he wasn't in the booth with Taylor, but he sat like right by the booth. So whenever the video
the booth in front of hers.
Yeah. So like whenever the the camera would pan on Taylor Swift, they also see Kanye.
And what's my thoughts?
Yeah.
My immediate thought about this whole situation is that Taylor Swift is gonna never let it go, and Kanye West is gonna never stop fucking with her, man. That's what it is.
Right.
Ever since 2009, when the greatest album of all, or the greatest video of all time shit happened, or 2008, whenever it was, he been fucking with her ever since then, and she ain't let it go at all. And any chance he get to mess with her, he's gonna do it. And any chance she get to be petty about it, she's gonna do it. But this is the thing. Kanye West ain't realizing. The tables are turned now. Not only is Taylor Swift, back when he did what he did, Kanye West was probably the biggest artist in the world.
Right.
Or one of them. He was definitely the biggest rapper in the world. He might have been the biggest artist. At this point in time, Taylor Swift is not only the biggest artist in the world, she's bigger than Kanye West ever fucking was. Let's just be for real about it. She can pull strings and get him fucked with. Which seems like that's what happened. Let alone that little Cinderella story or the little love story of her and Travis Kelce and shit. They was not about to let Kanye West fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? Like her winning album of the year at the Grammys and him potentially winning the Super Bowl a week later. They wasn't about to let two Sundays in a row, because the Grammys was last Sunday. They weren't about to let Kanye and his antics mess with that. Kanye West with the crucified Jesus silhouette on his mask. They weren't about to let Kanye West play. So I'm not surprised at all he got the boot, if it really happened.
Right. Let's get into this video.
Did you say in front of Taylor's booth or in front of Katy Perry's booth?
Oh, my bad. In front of Taylor Swift's booth.
Oh.
He had a mask on with his logo on the mask, right? Typical Kanye. Taylor Swift gets pissed off. She boom boom makes a call or two. Everybody's involved. He gets kicked out the stadium.
Oh. This is hot.
But Kanye,
this is
hot tea.
Okay.
Got kicked out the stadium. He was trying to leverage her celebrity to,
because he knows they're not going to cut to him, so he's like, I'm going to strategically position myself. So every time they cut over here to her.
So now you got to go back to the beef, him cutting her off. It's like, Beyonce should have won it, and then years after, and just that whole relationship. But that's what he tried to do, man. He tried to sit in front of Taylor Swift.
He tried to sit in front of Taylor Swift and shit. But, I mean, getting them kicked out of the Super Bowl, though, like, I don't know. Oh. See, and I also can't really speak on it too much because I don't know what words were said. I don't know if anything was said. I don't even know if this shit is true.
If it is true, I don't subscribe to he was trying to leverage her celebrity. He don't need her celebrity. But go ahead.
I'm just saying, I don't know. Getting them kicked out of the Super Bowl, though, I think it's more than just sitting in front of her that would get him kicked out of the Super Bowl now.
I don't. I don't think it's more than sitting in front of her that would get him kicked out. Not necessarily not just because he sat in front of her, but because he sat in front of her. And it's the NFL been riding her fucking nuts ever since the Travis Kelce relationship started. They put the camera on her at every damn game that she's at, bro. Like every game that she's at, like she on the fucking TV as much as the niggas that scoring touchdowns are.
Yeah, and did you you saw the memes and shit where people were saying like, take a shot every time you see Taylor Swift on the screen?
I've seen them. I've seen live games where every time them niggas do anything that she's up there. And now, I think if anybody was trying to leverage her celebrity, it's the motherfuckers who was in the booth with her. Ice Spice and hot damn the rest of them niggas, Blake Lively and all these niggas that ain't as famous that she is. That's who was trying to leverage the celebrity, in my opinion, not Kanye. Like, they know if you in the booth with Taylor that your ass about to be on the TV on the Super Bowl for 120 million people or however many people was watching it is about to see you.
Right.
And on a side note, like people were saying, oh, niggas is crazy for saying what Ice Spice did and having conspiracy theories, bro. She didn't just throw up the devil horns, bro. She had on the upside down cross and everything, bro. I mean, come on. Niggas ain't crazy. But anyway, back to it.
Yeah. She definitely did.
Yeah, the only one of these motherfuckers that was brave enough to say they sold out was Sexy Red. She's the only one that said it. The rest of they ass be trying to act like they above and beyond. You know what I'm saying? Like, act like if you say something about it, it's a crazy ass lunatic that's saying something about it. Sexy Red is the only one that said, hell yeah, man, they was offering too much money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, hot damn. I think Taylor Swift can fucking pull strings and get Kanye busted. Like get him knocked right out the fucking stadium, bro.
Mm-hmm.
With no
stress, basically.
With no stress. It's Taylor Swift. It's a person who in the streaming era, bro, in the fucking streaming era, move 1 million records. And 800,000 of them or 900,000 of them is actual sales. It's not niggas going on YouTube and watching it or going on Apple Music and listening to it. It's niggas who actually put the $10 down to buy that shit. Like, so, of course, like, she the biggest artist. I don't know. She might be the biggest celebrity in the world. The only bigger celebrity might be one of those soccer players or something like Messi or something. Mm-hmm. She right up there, like Messi or David Beckham or one of them international soccer stars, but like she right up there with them, bro. Like no person.
Yeah. I just found it kind of strange that this would be some shit that came out. I wouldn't even think to hear something like this right now.
I would find it strange if it won't Kanye. But with him being involved, I ain't surprised at this stuff, man. I'm not surprised that with him being involved because this is the type of thing that he would do. This is the type of shit he does. I mean, he walked up while she was getting an award and snatched the mic. Of course, he'll sit in front of her in a booth. Kanye West, ever since he decided to go on his anti-Semitic crusade or whatever you want to call it, he really been kind of on some, I won't say crash out, but he really been on some petty shit. Mm-hmm. Like in my opinion, like he'll fuck with, bruh, just because motherfuckers was on his neck about the anti-Semitic shit he was saying, he doubled down and tripled down on it. Said he likes Hitler. He says me, Donald Trump, and him, Adolf Hitler, and Jesus Christ. That's what he said. Like, this is shit that was coming out this fool mouth.
Right.
So,
but I don't know. I just feel like this shit is just super, super strange. Like, it just seems like it people have made it popular to hate Kanye.
Yep. And that's what we really got to lead into, because with all the dumb shit that Kanye does and says, like, what's right is right, my nigga. Like, when you got to when you got to be fair, like, so with all the bullshit that he be into, I'm not going to sit up here and just shit on him without merit. And when I say shit on him without merit, that's when you being a hypocrite. And that's when we can get into Mr. Melonhead that's in the middle of the thumbnail. Like, he came out and got a viral video, 1.2 million views, and like this video came out like this morning or some shit. Like, in like a day, pretty much. 1.2 million views in a day. Said that Vultures is unreviewable trash, right?
You want to watch? You want to watch a little bit of it?
Yeah, we can watch a little bit of it. Let's go.
This is completely unreviewable trash, and here's why. Question: what is even the purpose of a music review in the first place? I can say, at least in terms of my own intent, that when I do a music review, I hope to achieve a couple of things. One, give the viewer pause and cause them to think about why it is they do or don't like the piece of music or art that I'm doing an overview of. Or two, excite people to give the music that I'm talking about a try. Those are the two things I want to do. Problem, neither of those goals are possible in any scenario that involves reviewing this album. Newsflash, since 2022, Kanye has made it his mission to go full-on anti-Semite.
Stop right there.
Insane conspiracy theory.
Made it his mission to go full-on anti-Semite. Now, that's all fine and dandy if that's the reason you don't want to fuck with him. I ain't listening to a fucking R. Kelly record. I never thought he was good. But number two, even if I did think he was good, he's a pedophile. He's a proven pedophile. And he been being a pedophile since he got famous. I'm not listening. He was listening to his shit. Fuck him. And fuck separating the art from the artist. I don't believe in that. Fuck that nigga. Fuck his music. He's a pedophile. I'm not supporting shit that can put money in that nigga's pocket. But if you want, and if that's how you live your shit, live it like that for everybody. But you ain't live it like that for Burzum. Go put Burzum. Fucking, not only Kanye West talked anti-Semitic shit. Yes, he did. Look, and ironically, Kanye West is wearing a Berzum t-shirt in this picture with him and JPEG Mafia. So Kanye West, no matter what apology he issued, has not eased up off his fucking stance.
Right.
You can say what you want to say about Kanye. Call him a Nazi. You can call him one. The Burzum guy, Varg, he is a Nazi. He's not fucking, you can call him one. He calls himself one. He's a neo-Nazi. He a person who actually murdered somebody for being gay and actually did the time and got out over there in fucking Norway and shit. He murdered somebody, did the time, got out, and not only when he got out, he continued being a Nazi, and he's a Nazi now just as hard as he was before he went in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I watched the documentary about this dude. I watched Anthony Fantano review his shit way back in the day. Like, the first Anthony Fantano review I saw, how I discovered that nigga channel, is when he gave Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy a 6. Like, that's how I discovered. That's way in 2010. So I definitely
this is Varg right here.
That's Varg right there, and that's the fucking picture of him from the documentary I saw. That he was in that outfit right there with the hat. Mm-hmm. He in like France or some shit now. His neo-Nazism is still going strong as ever. It ain't show no signs of slowing down. You feel me? He ain't ashamed of it. Like, he ain't ashamed of what he did as a crime. He sat down and did the time for it happily, my nigga. Like, that's what he did. And if we go to the Anthony Fantano Berzum review, you see him at the end of the video say that if you don't want to listen to his fucking music because he's a Nazi, that's up to you, but you're not going to make me stop listening to it. That's what he said.
Let's watch it.
Racist, at least be open about it.
Rewind it back some.
You know what, that guy's racist. Racist says, in terms of his beliefs, then he has freedom of speech.
Rewind, keep going
If
back. It's before
internet
this.
Trolls or people has, and according to a recent Metal Sucks interview, Varg actually kind of censored himself on that song. I would love to hear the director's cut. And he says this is because, and I quote, there is no real freedom of speech anywhere.
Hold on, this before this too. He was like, you're not gonna, he was like, you're not gonna make me stop listening to Berzum.
I don't endorse the ideology of this guy, especially when it comes to homosexuality and race. I don't really care what the guy believes, just as long as he doesn't try to sell it to me in his music. And I have looked over the lyrics on this album, and the lyrics basically deal with death, nature, pagan gods. But I did take a look at the lyrics on The Message, which deal with nationalism, an army, the family unit, the white world, and using the blood of your cowardly enemies to fertilize your soil. And according to a recent Metal Sucks interview,
anyway, it's hard. I should have timestamped this shit, but it's in there. You can watch the whole video. We can stop listening to this bullshit. But the thing is, like, Kanye West, like, he even pulled out lyrics in the Vultures video, saying, "Here go Kanye West being anti-Semitic," like the lyric that everybody got up in their tight panties about how I'm anti-Semitic. I just fucked the Jewish bitch.
Fuck the Jewish bitch.
Yeah. That was one, and there was two more of them that I can't even remember. But that's besides the point. Okay, my nigga, Kanye West ain't killed nobody. He's talked shit. He sat up there with Alex Jones. He said he liked Hitler. He sat up there with Nick Fuentes, a fucking straight up pussy bum. Like, and that's Nick Fuentes. Remember when we talked about Ben Shapiro and I said Ben Shapiro got a fucking slushy thrown on him and didn't do shit? It was Nick Fuentes. I had the wrong white supremacist. That's my bad. Yeah, it's this fucking bum. This bum who ain't even white. This motherfucker's like Argentinian or some shit. He just fooled himself into thinking he was white. You know what I'm saying? But that's besides the point. I just ain't down with the hypocrisy. And Anthony Fantano, whether I agree with his music opinions or not, that don't matter to me. Like, I don't have to agree with somebody's shit, but I used to watch his videos all the time. Like,
right.
I watch his videos all the time, and it kind of, I'll tell you what kind of threw me off was when he went in on Kai Cenat, like, for his opinion on the Lil Nas X situation. Like, bro, okay. Kai Cenat got the opposite opinion. He's taking the opposite stance of Lil Nas X. Why go in on him? Call him a fucking loser for saying what he believed about it. Lil Nas X you don't got no problem with the mockery, so why you got a problem with a person that gets offended about it? Like, the best stance to take in that when you don't fall on either side is to just fucking be neutral and shut the fuck up. But to call Kai Cenat a fucking loser and not call Lil Nas X a fucking clout-chasing weirdo, like, at least say both, because...
But, and it also goes against what he just said in the Berzum video. He was like, he was entitled to his freedom of speech. So why isn't Kai Cenat entitled to his freedom of speech? That's the first thing that kind of goes into my mind when you just said that. So, yeah, like, it's like you're picking and choosing. You got to stay the same on all accords. If you go say 12 years ago that Burzum is freedom of speech, but you go and you're saying Kanye's album is unreviewable, and you also are commenting on Kai Cenat, then you really picking and choosing, and you kind of just gotta let people have their freedom of speech. Yeah, that's how I feel about it.
Right. Now the Kai Cenat shit, I kind of was like, I kind of let it go. I kind of got past it. I know why he said what he said about Kai Cenat, because he one of the biggest defenders of the gays that you ever see who's not gay. I mean, at least he says he's not. But he jumps out the window to defend anything to do with with LGBT. And that's his prerogative. Not saying that he shouldn't. But he defends that shit. He defends it unevenly, bro. Like... And he didn't. I can guarantee you, if Lil Nas X wasn't gay and he did that same J. Christ video, same imagery, same all of that. Anthony Fantano wouldn't have called Castaneda a fucking loser for going in on him.
Right.
He got called a fucking loser because Lil Nas X did that, and he's gay. And you already know when it comes to the LGBT, any type of disparaging comment about one of the, not all of them, because a lot of them that I meet, like, they're just regular people. Like, they act like everybody else. But the ones that's hypersensitive and the people who are even more hypersensitive are the people who ain't even part of the LGBT community, but they defend it. You already know that any type of attack against a hypersensitive person, and not an attack, any type of criticism against them is an attack against their gayness. When he didn't even say nothing about Lil Nas X being gay. He just said something about him mocking Christianity. And like, nobody cares if Lil Nas X is gay, my nigga. Like, that shit ain't shocking anymore. 20 years ago, a gay rapper, shocking. 2024, a gay rapper, that shit is normal. There's lots of them. Kevin Abstract is gay. Until the fucking guy in the group, what's that band called? What's them niggas called? You know who? You might not know Kevin Abstract.
Brock. You talking about Brock?
Hampton. Yeah. Before that dude, Amir Van and Brock Hampton got suspected of rape. Them niggas was dropping. They went from dropping albums self-released that didn't chart to 2 albums later having a #1 hit, and they front man is gay, bruh. He even rapped about being gay on the songs and people still loved it. Tyler the Creator, he's bisexual. He raps about it. Nobody cares. Like, nobody is offended and surprised at gay rappers. But even Lil Nas X ain't taking this, at least outwardly. He don't seem to be hypersensitive. He's not fucking mad at niggas when they say something about him and then say it's because I'm gay. It's the niggas it's people like Anthony Fantano who jump out the window and shit like that. Somebody who ain't even part of their community. You don't even know them people struggle, my nigga. Like, you can't even really speak on it. Like, it's time to defend, in my opinion, like, for us, when we see a person get murdered because they gay, like, ironically, Varg murdered somebody because they gay. That's when it's time to defend, like, when somebody is committing violence against a community of people just because of how they are, then niggas need to step in. But other than that,
right,
man, let people mind their business. Let people handle their community, because, like, you ain't part of it. Like,
right.
Like, and
I just feel like this is a failed attempt to argue freedom of speech for others.
Yeah, bro. Like, it's crazy like this. And to me, don't get me wrong, Vultures ain't shit special. I ain't defending that album, bro. Like,
it's not. I'm not defending the album either, because the album's not even that good. And I mean, I definitely could, with some of his points on the album, he was saying that it was like, for instance, with the song Hood Rats. He was just saying, like, it was super repetitive with him saying hood rats.
And a shitty beat.
Yeah, the shitty beat. The song Beautiful Big Titty Butt Naked Women Just Don't Fall Out the Sky. You know, he was saying that was like, you know,
terrible.
Yeah. But I
mean, this is the thing, bro. All the more reason why he should have reviewed the album. Bro, most of the shit he said about the album, I agree with. Right? Yeah. I agree with this shit, man. Like, the criticisms he had about the album. I'm not defending the album. I'm not defending Kanye. I don't even like that motherfucker. You understand me? I don't like.
But you don't like Kanye, or you don't like the album?
The album is okay. Kanye, I don't like. I don't give a fuck about him, bro. Like, I don't like Kanye, bro. Kanye took a trajectory to me. He went from being somebody who I didn't like when he first came out, because he was an entitled little bitch baby who literally, his fucking album, Little Brother album, The Minstrel Show, got 5 mics in the source. College Dropout didn't. Kanye West complained about it, and they dropped Little brother shit down to 4. They didn't change Kanye rating at 4.5, but they dropped his. He literally got on 106 in Park and cried about his shit not getting 5 mics. So instead of them just addressing his shit, the other album that came out that got a better rating than him, they dropped their shit. Bruh, like, or it might have even been, it was the Minstrel Show. It was the Minstrel Show. That's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then like when he first came out, I wasn't fucking with him. Like everybody who loved that nigga when I was in school, they loved him. I was like, man, fuck that. Like, I don't like it. And then I started just stopped paying attention to him, started listening to the music, and I was like, you know what? I was tripping. This Kanye West shit is great. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so, and then he circled back around to being somebody I don't fucking like, bruh. Like, recently. It really started with that 7-track album shit. Like, that shit just rubbed me the wrong way. And it won't the fact that, it won't the albums, it was how he treated the fans. It won't even that. It was Life of Pablo. It was how he treated the fans.
Right.
The niggas who's out here really making your career be what it is, bruh. And you just stringing niggas along, so because you rather sell them your ugly ass clothes than put out what we care about you for, the music. Like, the only way you could get Life of Pablo for weeks is to watch his stupid fucking fashion shows. That's the only way you could hear it. Then it finally came out, and it was unfinished. It was trash. And he had to fix it over the next 4 months. And then the real version finally came out in June of 2016. That's how Life of Pablo drop went. Motherfuckers don't remember it now. They might not, because the real version is all you can access. You can't access the version that was out between February and June anymore. Unless you did what I did and went on you went on one of those Jack Sparrow websites and downloaded it. But anyway, that's a story for another day. Cause I won't buy that shit. Like, and the album ain't even fucking good anyway, so I'm glad I didn't buy it. But that's the thing. Like, I stopped really liking that nigga like way back then. So I'm not defending him. I'm speaking out against the hypocrisy. Like, my nigga, you talked about what he's done and what he's been a real shithead. He's been saying stupid shit for 2 years. And he's not backing down from it. Because Kanye West don't know how to back down from nothing, bro. His ego won't let him. He probably done realized that he was on a stupid path years ago. But he got too big of an ego to step back and say, I was wrong about that.
Yeah, and that's what Anthony Fantano also said. He said that in the shit. But I feel like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to go as far as to saying I don't fuck with Kanye, because, I mean, I still do fuck with his music. But I definitely don't think that this album was great. I definitely think that it is reviewable, but is it good? No. I still rated this shit average, average at best. But, I mean...
And that's the thing. I
just don't think that nigga I don't think Anthony Fantano should necessarily dog the album as much when he reviewed the Burzum niggas, for real.
And I ain't gonna say that. I'm fine with him dogging the album. He could have actually reviewed it and dogged it though, instead of saying this is unreviewable trash because Kanye West is anti-Semitic. Motherfucker.
Yeah.
And he said, and one of his quotes was, what am I supposed to do? Tell the Jews in my audience that the album is good. So, and Kanye West didn't really mean it. So, no, bro, is that what you tell them about Berzum, bro? Like, that ain't what you told him about Berzum. What you told him is, you're not going to stop me from listening to Berzum. That's what you said in the video. Mm-hmm. Somebody go watch the whole Berzum video. That's what was said. And I know that video is old. Okay, it's old. But still, it's out there. Rules for thee and you rules for ye and not for thee, my nigga. Like it's still out there. It still happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's old, but so what? Like he just don't. Needle Drop ain't really ever had really. Ever since his channel came out, he ain't really ever had any real fucks to give about Kanye. I mean, his first Kanye review was Dark Twisted Fantasy, which he gave a 6, and the shit just decreased from there. I mean, he gave Life of Pablo a high score after the final version of it came out. He gave that shit like a 9, but I mean, was your head up your ass like when you was listening to it, where you would give that a fucking 9 and give Dark Fantasy a 6? Like,
yeah,
but that's his opinion.
I don't quite get that one.
That's his opinion. His Life of Pablo, man. One of the first bars you hear on the album after that sorry ass Chance the Rapper Kanye gospel song goes off. That's terrible. Ultralight Beam. One of the first bars you hear Kanye spit after that is about bleach being up somebody's asshole. Bro, like, is that what we really doing? That's a bar on the fucking shit. If I fuck this model and she just bleached her asshole and I get bleach on my t-shirt, bro, that's got to be one of the top 10 wackest bars of all time in rap. But, I guess that's a 9. I'm still on it. Other than the Kanye, other than the Kid Cudi collab album, I'm still of the opinion that Kanye West ain't released nothing worth a damn since 2010. And that's even counting Watch the Throne. The only thing that he's released, in my opinion, worth a damn since 2010 is Kids See Ghosts, in my opinion. But that's about the music. This right here, what Fantano has done, I mean, come on, bro. You got 1 million views in a day shitting on somebody for doing something that somebody who album you reviewed did and who you gave a fucking rating to. You didn't just talk shit about it. You reviewed it, gave it a light 6. So what we doing? Like, what's the stance?
I don't know. I just feel like niggas just want to shit on Kanye. Moral of the story.
Yeah. I mean, it is. That is what people want to do because Kanye is a shithead. He's easy to shit on. I mean, you saw a Super Bowl commercial, right?
He is easy to shit on. He's very easy to shit on. He makes it easy for him to shit on. He says all this wild shit and then goes on to release, mid music.
Bruh, the man is so out of his fucking mind. He done went and got all his teeth removed and put some shit in his mouth that he can barely talk with. And he sound like he about to spit on you every time he say something. Like, but I mean, he made himself a target. Kanye West is a billionaire. I mean, what are we supposed to do? Cry about it? I'm not about to cry about it, but the thing about it is this. I just don't like the like just keep that same energy, my nigga. Like, keep that same energy. Give Kanye shit a review. Give it a 0. You done gave out zeros before. He gave the Kid Cudi rock album a 0. Speeding Bullet to Heaven. He gave that shit a 0. He gave. I don't even know if you know that girl. That girl who sang that real popular song Dance Monkey. Have you heard that bullshit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he gave her album a 0. Kanye album was a 4 out of 10. I can see that. I can definitely see that.
Which album was that?
He talking about is Zai in the chat. He talking about the Vultures.
Oh
shit.
yeah, Kanye album was a 4 out of 10. Yeah, I mean I could definitely see that. That shit, it was a 5 to me. The only reason I even gave it a 5 out of 10 was strictly off the fact that I like half of the fucking album. So, I mean, it is what it is, bro. This nigga is, and I was even talking about this earlier, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. I am a Kanye fan, bro. I'm a Kanye fan, but that nigga is washed.
Welcome home. Welcome.
Sad to say it, bro.
I've been
He's
waiting.
washed, bro.
I've been waiting for you. You finally came. You finally came home.
He's definitely washed, bro. He's washed. Now, I will say, however, I do say he's washed. I do say the album was, mid as fuck, average. But I'm still gonna listen to the other two releases from his shit. So, I mean, if he come with some better shit, then I guess. But if he doesn't, then I'm not really expecting him to, though. And if you really want to get into it, your boy fucking what's your boy Ty Dolla $ign? He carried the fucking album straight up.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey man, niggas ass, get him out of here. And it's fucking titanium teeth.
But you know what? DJ Academics just put it out. Vultures on pace to sell 140K.
Oh, it's going to. That shit gonna sell. That shit gonna sell like hotcakes because it's Kanye. But that's about it.
It's an independent album. It's probably gonna end up being, well, I don't know. Was 140K first week. Yup. The thing, I think that shit might get blocked from being number one by Usher. Usher album came out the same day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if niggas is spinning Usher new shit like that though. But they spinning everything of his since that Super Bowl shit, because every damn thing he had was going plat.
Shit from fucking Usher was going plat, bro. Shit was going diamond. I'm like, what the fuck?
And on the Yeezy label. Yep. One of the things I thought was gonna happen on the album that didn't happen is I thought that Cuz was gonna the good, like when it said "Good Don't Die," that album. I mean that song. I thought that song was gonna be like a little a homage to good music. It was not.
No.
That nigga's not. He ain't letting go none of them grudges, bro. He ain't letting none of that shit go. All them niggas who didn't stand by him when he was riding Donald Trump's nuts, they still ain't standing by him now, bro. He like, fuck all y'all. He cut all them niggas loose, but yeah. 140K first week still. Crazy. Kanye gonna do numbers. He does numbers. 140K ain't really Kanye type numbers, but you gotta mind you, Kanye, this album ain't got no major push behind it when it comes to a label. It's not part of Universal Music. It's not anywhere, bro. We could probably play it on YouTube and not get claimed because it's just like Kanye West just released this shit and called the shit Yeezy. Like that's all that happened. The Yeezy label. But that's all he can do because nobody don't want to fuck with him. But he's big enough to do it, though. Jay didn't do that shit. Jay didn't do it. When Jay left Def Jam, Universal, what did he do? He started Rock Nation. Now, I was thinking Rock Nation was going to be the empire, my nigga. I thought Rock Nation was going to be the fucking holy city of rap music. But it wasn't. It was a subsidiary of Atlantic Records. Just like Rockefeller is a subsidiary of the Universal Music Group. Just what it is. So, I mean, but it's a Kanye thing. His controversy. He got fans and stands that are never gonna leave his side no matter what he does. And then you got controversy selling the other half of it. People like me who gonna listen out of curiosity, but I really don't care for it. I'll probably never listen to this shit again. You know what I'm saying? Like Vultures is probably out of my rotation. Like if albums that I found more better than this ain't in my rotation no more, like Utopia. I haven't listened to Utopia in 7 months. I'm done.
Yeah, I ain't spun back Utopia. Will I spin back this album? Yeah, it's definitely a couple songs I will spin back, but not the whole album. I already have like my favorites on this album kind of solidified. So I don't know. I really feel like this shit was a miss. Um, and it is what it is. I do want to say to Anthony Fantano though, don't I don't know, don't be a bitch about it. Review the album. That's what your platform is for, to review music. So I think you should stick to that.
Right, bro. The platform ain't for fucking making political stances and shit. Bro, like, and even if he wants to do that with his platform, he can do it. Like, I'm not gonna say what he can and can't do, but if he do some bullshit like this, I'm gonna say something about it.
Right.
And I ain't on Kanye nuts, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck about Kanye. People can trash him until the cows come home. Do it. Don't stop. Talk shit about him. Slander him. I know you ain't gonna stand for the Kanye slander. I'll stand for it. I will fucking lead the slander wagon. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, because I still fuck with Kanye. He just definitely released a mid ass album. Like, this shit is mid, bro. Like, and I mean, I get it. Most people might not like the shit, but I still don't think you should go off and just straight say that this is unreviewable trash. Like, damn, like, I'm pretty sure it's way other albums that you reviewed that was worse than this shit.
I don't think you should say it's unreviewable trash either. I think you should review it and then call it trash.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think he should do.
That would have been the better approach.
But his reason for not reviewing it ain't musical. His reason for not reviewing it is the stuff that Kanye's been doing. It's the anti-Semitism. Yeah. And I can understand the sentiment. Like, that shit is ridiculous. Like, I'm not one of them people that's out here like, well, but the Jews, but the blacks, like, they jump out the window for the Jews, but not for the black. Look, I'm not doing that because you know what? I don't expect nothing from these motherfuckers. I don't need nothing from them. I don't expect none of them to give me nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't out here looking for reparations and shit. So I don't got no reason to say, oh, they treat the Jews this way, but they don't treat the black. Kanye West, the shit he been doing is stupid, bro. Like, nigga, no matter what color you are, bro, where you come from, bro, if you can't recognize that Hitler was something that should have never been born, bro, like, this motherfucker should have been thrown in a pit of fire as an infant, like, in hindsight. Like, if you can't recognize that, then you got some serious issues. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the Fantano shit is that you don't pick and choose. I'm not fucking around with R. Kelly. If I find out my favorite artist is a pedophile tomorrow, I'm cutting they shit off. I don't care, bro. R. Kelly's a pedophile. Fuck him. I got that energy for any pedophile. You know what I'm saying? Not just for one. Not just because I thought R. Kelly was shit in the first place before we knew he was a pedophile. Like, that's just my opinion. But I'm not, just because if a nigga was my favorite, like, and I find out they a pedophile, I'm treating them the same way. Like, they boycotted from my life forever. So, boycott all anti-Semites, not just Kanye West. Because there's other shit about Kanye West that Anthony Fantano don't fucking like, bruh. It ain't just that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I really got to say about it. Like, I don't like hypocrites.
Nah, I definitely agree. He should have just reviewed the shit and called it trash, like he said. It would have been.
Conversely,
or just not said anything at all
about it.
Exactly. Just not talked about it at all.
But the thing about shit like this is when you open your mouth about shit like this and you say you giving people the motivation to go dig into your damn past and figure out that you on some bullshit. That's what you doing.
Right.
And that's all that happened. He gave people the motivation to go dig into his past. I literally watched that review because his reviews of some stuff are videos that I watch just because I like watching shit like that. Not necessarily because I care, but I never heard of a fucking Burzum. I don't listen to black metal, and I ain't started listening to black metal after I saw this review. But I watched it just because I liked watching him talk about music. So I had seen that Berzum review when it first dropped, way back then. So that this wasn't nothing new to me. But when I saw this shit, I got to thinking hold on, bro. Like when I saw the Kanye shit, because I watched that Kanye the Vultures unreviewable trash video 3 times, and I was like, hold on. And this nigga talk about some Nazi before? Didn't he review some Nazi album? Who was that? And I googled
and
this
then
shit.
That led you to Berzum.
I googled it and found out it was the Berzum album. Literal Nazi, bro. Not a person that's talking dumb shit that's a complete idiot like Kanye West is. An actual Nazi who not only is a Nazi in talking about it, nigga, he took his Nazi shit and turned it into action, bro. He started actually doing Nazi shit. Physically doing it. Not getting on Alex Jones and talking crazy like Kanye did. This nigga started literally taking matters into his own hands, murdered a man, did the time and came out and didn't change. He was willing to do the murder, go sit it down and come out and be on the same shit.
Yeah, that shit sound crazy.
It is what it is.
It definitely is what it is.
But yeah, man, we done spent 40 minutes lambasting this nigga for his hypocritical takes. Just bruh, be real about shit, Fantano. And this definitely, again, I gotta reiterate, this is not Kanye defense. I do not give a fuck. Shit on Kanye. Climb to the highest peak on earth and shit on him from up there. Do it. I don't care, bro. I'm gonna be there to watch it. I think that the niggas...
Just don't be a hypocrite about it.
Exactly. I think the niggas that defend Kanye to the ends of the earth is weirdos too. Nigga, you're fucking weird, bro. You're holding on to something that ain't exist for 14 fucking years. You holding on to an idea that's dead and buried. The idea of Kanye West being a good artist. That's gone. That's been gone. Bruh, you more likely than to hear something that's worth a damn on the Kanye album to hear a bunch of weird sound effects and shit that don't even make sense. And to hear him saying beautiful big dick naked women don't just fall out the sky, for 3 damn minutes before an actual good verse come on the damn song.
Yeah.
That's what you more likely
Definitely a good fucking verse by Freddie Gibbs. Let me go ahead on and throw that one out there.
Yeah, man. I'm sitting up there, no lie, like I said last time, literally thinking that verse got cut off the song because that dumbass hook was there so many times. I'm like, bruh, did he cut Freddie's shit off, bruh? Oh no, he didn't. He just being self-indulgent Kanye, as Kanye always is, and he thought that, man, you had to know he was doing that shit in the studio and thought he was just killing it, bro. And the thing about it is, you saw the you see how he gets around niggas who everybody is scared to tell him, man, this shit is trash. You shouldn't do that. This is whack. Because you saw how people reacted when he played the song God Breathed. The niggas that was in the studio acted like that was the most revolutionary shit they ever heard.
Mm-hmm.
Bruh, God Breathed on this is terrible.
Yeah, that was one of my least favorite shits from Donda. I ain't gonna lie. That guy breathing on this, I skip that shit every time.
But niggas was dancing to that shit and jumping up and down, celebrating it like they literally just heard the damn. They literally just heard the best thing they ever heard in their life. Like, okay, Kanye West really came back with this one. No, bro. He's just a bunch of yes men. Like, just a bunch of yes men. But still, again, just to wrap it up for real this time. With all that being said, I'm not going to sit up here and look at the man be treated unfairly by somebody with the biggest platform in music reviews. Like Anthony Fantano, like all the music review magazines and shit, like ain't none of them as big as he is. Not one.
Mm-hmm.
All that Rolling Stone and shit like that, ain't none of that shit like him no more. Like, can't none of that shit see his platform, bro. Like, Anthony Fantano is the music review outlet. Pitchfork and all that dumb shit. Like, if the Pitchfork YouTube channel drop a damn music review, that shit ain't gonna get 1 million views in a day. It's not happening. That's it. That's all I got to say about it.
Hey, and with that being said, AdamEve.com, promo code RRPOD. Go up there for Valentine's Day. Actually, Valentine's Day is in an hour. So if you waited this late, like my co-host said, you waited too fucking late. But if you do decide to go up there and still get something, you can get 6 free home videos, free and discreet shipping, a lover's kit, and 50% off almost everything in the online store. Go to AdamEve.com and use promo code RRPOD. Also, like, comment, subscribe to the Recovery Room podcast. Also, let's get a shout out to my homeboy, Do It All Hall. The best fucking build videos on YouTube. Let's give a shout out to the Guys Podcast. Fucking one of the best podcasts. The other best fucking podcast is the Recovery Room podcast. So whenever you want to get your podcast fixed, listen to the Recovery Room podcast or listen to the Guys Podcast. You don't really need to listen to anybody else, especially not Joe Budden.
And if you want to catch the Guys Podcast,
said,
if you want to catch it live, it's on Twitch.
Yes, it's on Twitch, it's on YouTube, it's on Kick. And that is Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. So yeah.
Oh shit, I gotta end the stream. Oops.